done, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was a football game last night, wasn't there?
Yes, it was for opening of the 100th NFL season between the oldest rivalry in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers, against the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field in Chicago, the Windy City. Shout out to Kanye West.
Yeah, that was a football game. It may have not been the most exciting football game, as people like to make fun of the last Super Bowl, but
we're not going to talk about that, first of all.
But it was something that opened a few eyes, even though it was just the first game of the season. I think, for me personally at least, I've gotten a couple of questions answered about both teams. For example, quarterback play.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was fine. He looked fine to me. What Green Bay looked like to me was they were trying to figure stuff out. It was like almost a preseason part 5. That's what they looked like they played to me.
Yeah.
So I don't dig in too much of how they, only had negative 12 yards in the first quarter. I'm not really digging into that. I don't think that's the big of a deal. They literally were trying stuff that Mike McCarthy in his own right would have never tried before. So they were fine. But the minute Aaron Rodgers flipped that switch, 50-yard game, touchdown, boom. That was pretty much the end of the game, low-key. But he was fine. Now, defensively, I want to praise that defense so much, but you did play against
Mitch Trubisky's Chicago Bears. Now, granted, I think Chicago's running game by committee with David Montgomery and Tyreek Cohen, I think it's great going on. Even though they lost Jordan Howard last year for basically nothing, though, but I think that running game is still pretty decent. Could be really good at the end of the day.
Hence why I wanted to give Green Bay some praise, because they did kind of lock that up.
But I have to see more from Green. Like I said, I liked how Blake Martinez played well. Like, he led the Packers defense, stopped that running game, and forced Mitch Trubisky to throw the ball. And sometimes, for Bears fans, you gotta cover your eyes sometimes, because like I said, Mitch Trubisky's not terrible. He's not bad. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to be disrespectful. But
we ain't here to be nice. We're here to tell the truth.
He didn't play well last night. He did not play well. I mean, I'm surprised that Allen Robinson caught 7 catches for over 100 yards, and Tyreek Cohen had 8 catches. But besides that, they couldn't get the running game going too well, and a lot of times couldn't find a receiver. Now, I'm not gonna lie. The first quarter, Aaron Rodgers could not find nobody. He could not get it going at all. And it's like, wow, But like I said, it's still. I mean, I got to be honest. The Chicago Bears defense is legit.
Yeah, they picked up right where they left off last year, and Allen Robinson made some big man catches.
Hell yeah.
I think he finally healed up from the ACL tear he had a year or two ago.
Yeah.
He looks back like he was that one year in Jacksonville right before he tore his knee up.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
He looks great. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the necessary, passer to, I mean, and in his defense, he did have Blake Bortles before that, and he balled, so why wouldn't he ball now?
I mean, like I said, Mitch Trubisky is better than Blake Bortles, let's be honest here.
Based off yesterday, that can be arguable now.
Listen, stop being rude, man. God damn it. This is ridiculous.
Hey, look, in this podcast, I think I'm probably going to be the bad guy. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be the one. I don't want to compare myself to, trash Max Kellerman and them, but you know how they get headlines based on, saying the craziest stuff? That might be me.
Oh.
But the difference is that what I say is going to be factual and it's going to be the truth.
I mean, true.
Not some malarkey.
I mean, I'll try my best to be nice and not use too much of my profanity in rants, because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, I may go on a rant or two about something ridiculous.
If that's gonna happen, let me know, because I can put the expletive sign while I upload.
Okay. Shit. I'm gonna try my best to not use too much profanity, but I can't promise that. But yeah.
So players to remember from the game yesterday: Allen Robinson, most definitely. Both punters actually punted pretty freaking good.
Very good.
A lot of drives started inside the 10 for both teams. That's pretty impressive. Again, like the Super Bowl. It was just like that. Blake Martinez was very good. Oh, what's this dude's name? 95 from the Bears line. Him and Hakeem Hicks were obliterating the inside of the interior line for Green Bay's offensive line. It was crazy. But there's one name we haven't mentioned yet, and it's for a good reason. Sir Khalil Mack. I wonder where he was last night. I don't remember seeing him. Did you see him?
I didn't see him very much, but his presence was definitely felt though. But
besides him just hitting the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands when he was on the floor.
I mean, besides
that means nothing.
Besides that though, but listen, Khalil Mack, he had 5 tackles yesterday. He was active and not like really active. Like he was like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah, he wasn't like,
he was average, and average for him is actually
really good. Actually,
really good for anybody else because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because the one thing he had a ridiculous pressure. It was in the first quarter though, that led to a sack on Aaron Rodgers in the first quarter. I forget who he destroyed. I don't remember if it was the center or the right guard, but he completely took that man's soul and almost destroyed Aaron Rodgers, and it led to a sack by number 95.
That's crazy.
But he was definitely there. It's just, compared to how he's hyped up based on everybody, he did not do that much. But like we both said just now, he actually did pretty well. He wasn't the best player in the defense, but he was one of. Another player I wanted to highlight, actually, Kyle Fuller was actually pretty good too. And the rest of the receiver, Von der Scantling, they got his.
Yeah, I like Von der Scantling.
But Davante Adams only had four receptions for 36 yards yesterday. Kyle Fuller is picking up right where he left off last year too.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I need to see more from Green Bay's defense played well. I just need to see a larger sample size because they have improved. There was times last year where they couldn't stop the run to save their lives.
No.
So it's like, it's really good to see. I don't know about y'all, but I love defensive games. This 10-3 game for me was pretty good for me. So, I had to see more. But for Chicago, like I said, Chicago Bears, their defense is legit. Scary, one of the most scariest defenses in the league. We just gotta see more from them. But I was impressed though.
Yeah, we'll elaborate more on both teams when we get to the season predictions. What will happen in a little while. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, it's gonna be our NFL season predictions. I know that the first game started yesterday, but the rest of them didn't. So we're not that late.